Well, you know, it's meeting number 2. Let's do, how about a couple of tips to get this thing going? Eric Bruton is our crew chief. Fatu Sissoko Stevens. Jenna Renew. 12 points in the game. Allen gets blocked. Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass Boston.
The sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese.
Clark gets freed up from up top. She is savoring this spot as a super sub here today. 6 to shoot. Mitchell driving. Gets it to drop.
Yeah, that's what Kelsey Mitchell has been able to do throughout this.
Hall penetrates left side.
If she gets those opportunities from distance.
Backdoor baseline cut. Mitchell gets it. The assist to Boston.
Yeah, that's and what they're doing every single possession.
Boston gets the first touch of the third quarter. Solid move for the last year's WNBA Rookie of the Year. Avery this time trying to post up against Lexi Hall. Will pull up. Angel Reese snatches it out of the air, puts it back. Body bucket and one.
There's a new force in the WNBA, and her name is Caitlin Clark.
Mike Benway working it around here for the Fever. Good ball movement on this possession. Logo shot. Logo make for Clark.
The Indiana Fever. They make sure that the ball moves around until it gets back in the hands.
Since the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for 3, rattles it around for her first deep shot. Like to be more efficient shooting the 3 ball.
Michaela did a great job of picking Caitlin Clark up early.
Into Boston. Clark gets knocked down. No call. Here comes Mitchell. Dancing through the lane. Scoops it in. Kelsey Mitchell's downhill attack. Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark. Catch, fire, and connect. 5th 3 of the game for Clark. Wheeling behind Boston, trying to get it back to her. That one's deflected. Boston collects. Mitchell. You bet. And the foul. It's a Fever rainstorm in Chicago. Clark wide open. Gives it up. Mitchell in the corner. She got it. On a 3. Mitchell a 3 is good. Make it a 2 for Kelsey Mitchell. Reese trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso to finish. Clark trying to shake free. Get some space. Did not take the 3. Drives. Smith gets loose and lays it in as Diamond DeShields hit the deck. Spoken like someone who's voted.
Or whose kids have.
Mitchell on another 3. Kelsey Mitchell has been cooking over this 4-game winning streak. She shot at least 50%.
The moment she stepped onto the court for the Indiana Fever, Caitlin brought with her not just hype, but a whole new level of excitement. From college phenom to pro playmaker, she's proving why her game translates and elevates at every level. Let's talk about what makes her electric. First up, her range.
Rossi misses her first look from the perimeter. Here's Clark back to Boston. Back inside. Oh, good ball movement. And it's Boston the finish.
Clark off the switch, found Smith, who laid it in. That is now 13 assists.
This is now the 5th straight game for the Fever with 40 or more points in the paint.
Howard blocked by Boston. Here comes Caitlin. Get it! Count it for Clark.
Last 2 whistles for me are very questionable. I love the speed of Caitlin Clark, the push.
Okay, with plantar fasciitis. But her team is beating Indiana, and that's exactly what the Fever needed to start the 4th.
That might be one of the more contested looks that
her ability to have great footwork is so fun to watch.
Well, still loose on the floor. Mitchell's been really active defensively tonight. Launches for Mitchell. Seems rewarding.
And right here, lefty hit the left-handed layup.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just shoot from deep, she redefines what deep even means. We're talking logo threes, quick trigger releases, off the dribble step backs. The confidence is unreal, and it's backed up by mechanics that are tight, repeatable, and lethal. Defenses have to stretch way beyond the arc just to stay honest, and that opens the floor for everything else.
Behind her assists, which have been in the double-digit range here for 4 straight. Clark bouncing. There's Mitchell. Give her 6 assists in less than 7 minutes.
It's almost like they know exactly how to use her body and get to her spots of being able to affect that.
Clark is coming off the masterful night and starts us off strong here from Indianapolis with a 3 ball.
Man, just poised. She knows the screen is coming. She waits.
Indiana has numbers here. Clark looks to take advantage. Clark launches and hits a 3.
Push. Everyone runs. You run hard. Look at all that space.
The score, 14 from the field, but they've got a 5-point lead. Clark circling around, sets up Samuelson, who's wide open, and catches in with a 3.
But they're not going to do that. And with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge.
Clark, 3 ball on the way, and good. Boy, that cost Seattle 3 points, and they should have never had the ball there.
And the pace she plays with? Controlled chaos. She pushes tempo relentlessly. Rebound? She's gone. Steal? She's already scanning. In transition, she makes split-second decisions. Shoot, pass, drive. And more often than not, it's the right call.
Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a 3.
See, Sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese.
Clark gets freed up from up top.
For Clark as well, and you see this screen, on-ball screen. And
So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to him.
Clark.
Stay loose.
Back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty. So let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night on Wednesday.
One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that.
That puts constant pressure on opposing defenses to get back, communicate, and rotate. And let's be real, most of them can't keep up. Let's not forget her handles. Clark's got a tight, crafty dribble package. She'll hesitate, crossover, spin, whatever it takes to get space. She combines that with great balance and footwork. So even in traffic, she maintains control. That's key when the defenders are longer, faster, and more physical. And speaking of physicality, she doesn't shy away. Caitlin Clark absorbs contact, gets to the line, and converts. She's not just finesse, she's tough.